Check on 911 if you address is an emergency.
The Popspresso.
Hi, my name is Jeannie Mai, and I'm calling because I have a court order to be able to enter my old home. I'm going through a divorce right now. My old home.
The Popspresso.
And I'm here now, and the owner isn't permitting me in. So I wanted to ask if there's an officer who can help me come out and make a report of the situation, or at least try once more to see if there's a way with the police here to possibly allow me entry into the home.
Gotcha.
What's up, everyone? Hope y'all are doing great. Today we've got a wild situation unfolding. Jeannie Mai just dropped a bombshell with that 911 call. The drama between her and Jeezy has reached a whole new level. And trust me, this is intense. Jeannie showed up at the door demanding access to retrieve her belongings. But things didn't go as expected. Now, the big question, why did Jeannie go there in person? Why not just involve the police? Well, here's where it gets interesting. Turns out, Jeannie, or someone close to her, leaked some explosive audio recordings. Some say it might have been in Touch Weekly. And guess what? We've got a clip of the call that changes everything. Listen carefully. Jeannie's voice comes through. My name is Jeannie, and I'm calling because I have a court order. My former home. I'm currently going through a divorce. And I'm here now, but the owner isn't letting me in. I'd like an officer to help me file a report, or at least make one more attempt to gain access. Did you catch that? She had a legal order. Many assumed she showed up without any official backing, but this proves otherwise. Even with legal rights, she was denied entry. So now the real question is, was this a simple misunderstanding, or is there something bigger at play? This story is only getting crazier. What happens next? Should Jeannie have been allowed inside? Did Jeezy have a legitimate reason to block her? There's a lot more to uncover, and trust me, this is just the beginning. Stay tuned for the next update, because this is far from over. Let's set the record straight. First, Jeannie had a court order. Second, Jeezy was fully aware of it. He was in court when it was issued, and even agreed to the terms, including the date and time. Jeezy didn't want to be present? No problem, the court arranged everything accordingly. So, what could possibly go wrong? Here's the deal. You can't just call the police to escort you unless there's a legitimate threat, like a restraining order. Otherwise, authorities expect civilians to handle these situations themselves, arguing that officers should focus on protecting the community rather than mediating personal disputes. But hold on, because this is where things get even more interesting. Boom! That's where things get real. Jeannie is standing at the house, but Jeezy is nowhere in sight. She's got security, an assistant, and a court order in hand. Everything seems set, but the big question remains. Why is she still being denied entry? What's really going on here? All right, let's break this down, because things are getting more intense by the minute. How long has she been there? How long has this been dragging on? Jeannie answers, since 9:45 a.m. And yet, she's still standing outside. The real question is, why is Jeezy putting her through this? Why not just hand over her belongings and move on? He agreed to the time. He agreed to the place. So why is this still an issue? Something doesn't add up. The dispatcher confirms. Jeezy isn't even on the property. Instead, a house manager is present. But here's the kicker. The house manager refuses to let her in. Why? That's the mystery no one has answered yet. So here's where we are. Jeannie is locked out of the home she once shared. She has a court order. Jeezy was fully aware of it. And now the police are stepping in. The big question remains. What happens next? And trust me, you won't believe where this is heading. This situation is far from settled. Was Jeannie legally in the right? Did Jeezy have something else planned? There's more to this than meets the eye, and trust me, this story is only getting started. Stay tuned, because the next twist might just change everything. All right, let's break this down, because things just got a whole lot messier. Jeannie released this to prove two things. First, she was calm, composed, and in control. And second, Jeezy Janelle Jenkins, as petty as they come.
Sure, and just repeat that address for me, please. Gotcha. Is this a house or an apartment?
This is a house.
Gotcha. Can I get your phone number?
The Pop
Yes, ma'am. We can get an officer out there to assist you. Is the other occupant of the home there, or is it just you?
No, he has that. I'm here with my assistant and security. Movers are going to be on the property in about 30 minutes, and he has a house manager here.
The Pop Espresso.
So he's not on the premises.
Okay, but you are at this time, correct?
But I am at this time, correct?
Okay.
The judge had already ruled Jeannie was allowed access to the home on specific days. Jeezy didn't want her roaming freely, so the agreement was simple. She could collect her belongings from the garage and leave. Jeannie agreed. She showed up with her assistants and security, ready to follow the court order. But when she arrived, she was locked out. The movers were on the way, yet access to the garage was denied. Now let's be real. Why all the drama? Jeannie wasn't a threat, so why go through all this? Mold. Here's my take. Jeezy is still bitter. Why? Because Jeannie exposed him. In the divorce settlement, she claimed to have proof that Jeezy had been cheating. And guess what? His own former best friend went live and confirmed it, saying straight up, "We all know what kind of guy you are. You've never treated any woman right, so why would this time be different?" And here's where things get even more interesting. There was a cheating clause in their prenup. If either of them was caught cheating, they'd have to pay a pre-agreed amount. Now, with all this evidence surfacing, could Jeezy be trying to dodge the fallout? The pieces are coming together, but this is just the beginning. If Jeannie really has the receipts, Jeezy might be facing more than just embarrassment. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Guess what? Jeannie had proof. She said she did, and Jeezy, he was absolutely furious. But let's focus on why. His anger wasn't just about the allegations. No, it was about losing control. He blindsided Jeannie with the divorce, tried to humiliate her when she was already battling postpartum depression. But instead of breaking, she rebuilt. She secured new jobs, landed hosting gigs, and rose like a phoenix from the ashes. And now, like any controlling ex, Jeezy is furious that he no longer holds power over her. Think about it. Every woman Jeezy has been with, no matter their race, status, or whether they share children, has been treated the same once they left. It's a pattern. Some say Jeannie should have chosen better, but let's be real, it takes two to tango. If anything, Jeezy should have chosen better too, because right now, he's tangled up, struggling to keep control. And then came the final insult, when Jeannie finally got her belongings. That's when Jeezy's true colors showed. She claimed her boxes were water damaged, soaked through, ruining her personal items. Now, let's be honest. How does a garage in a multi-million-dollar mansion let water in? Was this intentional? A last petty move? One thing is certain. This story is far from over. Stay tuned, because the truth is unraveling, and Jeezy might be facing more than just embarrassment. Was anything else in the garage wet, or just your belongings? Mouse traps were scattered around, likely set to catch rodents that had already torn through some of the boxes. Many of Jeannie's awards were shattered, scratched, or completely ruined. Frustrated, she insisted the incident be officially documented for future legal action. Then, Jeezy's lawyer got involved. Over the phone, the lawyer told police that Jeezy had agreed to let Jeannie retrieve her boxes, but not to enter the house. Let's be honest, Jeezy could have just shipped her things. Jeannie even requested it. But no, he refused, making the process as difficult as possible. When she finally arrived to collect her belongings, he forced her to call the police just to gain access. And even after law enforcement confirmed she had a legal right to be there, one that he had agreed to, what did she find? Water-damaged boxes, destroyed keepsakes. It's beyond petty. He wanted to provoke her, to get a reaction. The more he paints her as angry, the clearer it becomes. He's the one stirring the pot. What do y'all think? Because from where I'm standing, the 911 call only confirmed what Jeannie has been saying all along. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch y'all later.
And you're trying to gain access into the home?
Yes, that's
Okay, gotcha.
Espresso.
And how long have you been there again?
How long has what, sorry?
How long have you been on the property again?
I've been here since 9:45.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm sorry, AM. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
The Popspresso.
Give me 1 second.
No problem.
The other, well, you already told me that they're not on scene right now.
The Popspresso.
He has a house manager representing him here, but no, he personally, the owner, is not here.
Okay. And the house manager is not letting you in the home, correct?
Correct, yes.
The Popspresso.